Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, all praises to Abinawa Yahweh Ba'Shem. Hamashak Yahushai. It's your brother Ephraim Michael Bar out of True Hebrews Under God, aka Thug Camp. To my left. So today is the Sabbath. Happy Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to get straight to it. Going over the law, statutes, and commandments. Last week we covered Deuteronomy 25, 26, and 27. This week we're going to cover Deuteronomy 28, Deuteronomy 29, Deuteronomy 30. So let's get straight to it. Deuteronomy chapter 28. By next week we're going to finish the book of Deuteronomy, and then we're going to jump to prior Leviticus and go over Leviticus. So Deuteronomy 28. Let me get my pen. Where my pen at? What did I do with my pen? Hold on 1 second. Let me get my pen. Let's get to it. Deuteronomy 28, verse 1.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that Yahweh thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. So
it's very simple, very easy. He told our forefathers by the hand of Moses, if we would obey, I know everybody probably familiar with this, Deuteronomy 28. So he asked us if we obey, we will be blessed. Continue.
And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy God. Blessed shall thou be in the city, and blessed shall thou be in the field. Blessed shall thou be in the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thine kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
So if we do any type of farming, any type of anything, we'll be blessed. Can we open that door, the sister? So we will be blessed no matter what we have done if we kept the law, statutes, and commandments. Continue.
Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. Blessed shall thou be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
Go ahead.
Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store.
So the blessed will be our basket and our store, meaning our businesses will be blessed. We wouldn't have that hatred towards each other, so we will be wanting to support each other. Go ahead.
Blessed shall thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shall thou be when thou goest out.
So as soon as we born, we'll be blessed. And when we die, we'll die what's the word I'm looking for? Complete age. You know what I mean? We'll be able to die at around 90, 100 years old. Now our people dying, what, 30, 40? Some people dying even younger than that. Continue.
Yahweh shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way, and flee before thee 7 ways.
So like when we went into time, like doing Joshua, King David, anytime we went to war, guess what? We won. Even if it was only a small of us compared to a lot, we always prevailed and won. We always, just like in the time of Maccabees. You see what I'm saying? The Most High always protected us and defended us, and we won. You know, and just like the angels came down in Second Maccabees and helped and defend us and fought with us, that's exactly the same thing what's going to happen in these last days if we're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead.
Yahweh shall command the blessing upon thee in thy storehouses, and in all that thou settest thy hand unto. And he shall bless thee in the land which Yahweh thy God giveth thee.
So he'll bless our cattle, and he'll have us that, so we'll be able to give tithes and offering, the 10%. So the storehouses was given to the Levites to store up the food to give to the strangers, to the Levites, the priests, you know, that's round about, the widows. We went over that last week. Go ahead.
Yahweh shall establish thee in holy people unto himself, as he had sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of Yahweh thy God and walk in his ways.
He reminds us, keep on saying, if you would keep the commandments. If you would keep the commandments. So just like today, if we keep the commandments, the Most High will protect us, guide us, lead us, and direct us when all destruction comes. But if you're not, we're going to see what's going to happen. Continue.
And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of Yahweh, and they shall be afraid of thee.
So all nations will be afraid. Like, man, you see them? That's, man, that King David now, them people was, they warriors. We don't want to go against them. So they feared our forefathers. But obviously they don't fear us now. They shooting us down in the streets. Go ahead.
And Yahweh shall make thee plenteous in goods, in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, in the fruit of thy ground, and in the land which Yahweh sware unto thy fathers to give thee.
Go ahead.
And Yahweh shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven to give the rain unto thy land in his season, and to bless all the work of thine hand. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow.
So we would have no need of anything. We would have everything we want, we would have. The other nations will have to come to us like, man, can I get this? Can I get a loan? Can I get this? Go ahead.
And Yahweh shall make thee the head and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If that thou hearken unto the commandments of Yahweh thy God, which I command thee this day to observe and to do them. And thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods, to serve them.
So that's what we aren't supposed to do. We're supposed to stay on the narrow path, the straight path. Don't look to the right, don't look to the left. Stay focused. That's what's wrong with a lot of our people. We're not focused. A lot of stuff is distracting us. That's how Satan works. He'll distract you and keep your mind wandering off instead of keeping focus. That's how Satan get our people. So don't get distracted. Remind you, keep these laws, statutes, commandments, and do not let nothing come in between it. Anything, no one, nobody come between these laws, statutes, commandments. There's no excuses. Go ahead, verse 15. So that was the blessings. If we obey to keep the commandments, we would be blessed. Obviously, we're not blessed right now. We're under these curses. Let's go over these curses. Verse 15.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So all the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, people of Negro and Latino and Indian descent, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, we are under a curse. You know, you might see a few of our people that's wealthy. You know, they might, athletes or entertainers, but what do they have to do to get that money? They have to sell their soul, they have to bend over, all that wickedness. Continue. But as a whole, as a nation, we are under a curse. Because, some people be like, oh, I'm living good. I ain't no curse. I got a big old house. But they thinking about individualites and not thinking about as a nation. We talking about as a whole. Continue.
Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
So we in the city. Like we live in the hood. We cursing this. We live in the low. No matter where you at, North, South, Central America, we gonna be living in the worst conditions. And we was cursing the field. Our people was doing what? We was picking cotton, sugar cane, gold. What else? Anybody know anything else? Was doing? Pretty much picking grapes. You know what I mean? Was doing all these things. Continue.
Cursed shall thou be in thy basket and in thy store.
So our businesses will be cursed. A lot of black people, they're like, they don't want to support other black businesses or Hispanic business. They'll go to the Arabs, they'll go to the East Indians, the Europeans, and when they open the door for brother, instead of going to support their own people business. So our banks, the money in our pocket, money in our banks will be cursed. Go ahead.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
Read that verse 18 again. Deuteronomy 28 and 18.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body. And
so that's talking about our offspring will be cursed. Our offspring will be cursed. Our kids will be cursed. Go ahead.
And the fruit of thy land, the increase of thine kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
Go ahead.
Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
Continue. So a lot of our people don't even make it. They die doing birth. You know what I mean? Or they might grow up to be an old age and they might die a grievous death. They might have cancer, like some type of disease, and they suffering. They dying slowly on their deathbed. Go ahead.
Yahweh shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke.
So vexation means confusion. Our people are confused right now. Go ahead.
In all that thou settest thine hand unto, for to do until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me.
So Deuteronomy 28:21. Continue.
Yahweh shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee.
So pestilence represents diseases. That's why our people are number one in every type of disease. We're number one in AIDS, cancer, you know what I mean, high blood pressure, diabetes. All this stuff we number one in. Go ahead.
Until he have consumed thee from off the land, whither thou goest to possess it.
Well, so we'll have these diseases and we'll die because of it. In ancient time, we had the knowledge, the wisdom, knowledge, understanding to cure these different diseases. So if a person had a cancer or any type of disease, we'll go to the Levites, the high priest, and they'll be like, okay, I'm gonna give you this and you're cured. But because we lost that knowledge, you know, the righteous is gaining that knowledge back. So now we know the things to do the cure. You know, different brothers are knowledgeable, or different sisters are knowledgeable in the different herbs that you can take to cure your body. You know what I mean? But we didn't know that back in slavery, or these different things. We was dying. Go ahead. 22.
Yahweh shall smite thee with a consumption, with a fever, and with inflammation, and with extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew. And they shall pursue thee until thou perish.
Read that one more time.
Yahweh shall smite thee with the consumption.
So consumption, we looked it up, it's talking about like a lung disease. A lot of our people got lung cancer. Go ahead.
And with a fever.
So a lot of our people be having fevers. Go ahead.
And with an inflammation.
Inflammation represent like what was it? Like your arthritis. You know what I mean? You have joint pains. You know what I mean? Swelling in the joints. A lot of our people have arthritis. Go ahead.
With an extreme burning. And
extreme what?
With an extreme burning.
That's like when you look at that up, I mean, that could be representing, you know what, but but it's really talking about like a high fever. You know, somebody that have a high fever, but you know that they also represent, you know, your down there is burning. You know, it's hot. Go ahead.
And with the sword. And with
the sword?
And with the sword.
That's what they when the conquistadors came over here, the other Europeans came over here, they would slaughter our people with the sword, right? Go ahead.
And with blasting.
They had the gun. Go ahead.
And with mildew. And they shall pursue thee until thou perish.
And they should do what?
And they shall pursue thee until thou perish.
Mildew, we look at that up, it's talking about being like pale. Have you ever seen somebody that's like have paleness in their face? That's mildew. Okay? Continue.
And the heat and the heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron.
So that's talking about hardship. Like we be going in slavery. We want to be having a pleasant, beautiful time. We'll be oppressed. That's talking about verse 23. Continue.
Thou shalt make the rain of thy land powder and dust. From heaven shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed.
So our crops will be cursed. It wouldn't be able to grow the way it usually would have grown. Go ahead.
Thou shalt cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and it shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth.
So you see how we be in chased by one cop. It be 20 people on the block. One cop comes, everybody's fleeing. Everybody's taking off. You like, why the hell y'all? Everybody got guns, and there's this one cop, and all those 20 so-called gang members, gangsters, wannabe thugs, running from one cop. Read that part again. 24 or 25.
Yahweh shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them.
So we have that. We won't have that warrior spirit. A lot of our people are afraid. You know, we're not afraid of each other. You'll see them, they ready to fight. But when it comes to other nations, you know, they scared of the master. They scared of the white man in the other nations. Go ahead.
And it shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth.
That's why we in every kingdom known to man, we're there. From the old world to over here in the new world, we are scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Continue. Verse 26.
And thy carcass shall be meat unto all the fowls of the earth, of the air, and unto the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fray them away.
So nobody will be able to chase them away or push them away. That means the fowls of the air will be eating our body. Give me Jeremiah 16:4. Give me Jeremiah 16:4. You know, that happened in slavery. When they used to hang us and lynch us, burn us. You know, the crows used to come and eat us, pluck us, like, oh. So that happened back then. I'm gonna show that's gonna happen right. It's gonna happen now in these last days. So get Jeremiah 16:4. Read that.
Jeremiah 16:4.
Go ahead.
They shall die of grievous death.
So this is talking about the wicked of our people. They're gonna die of grievous death. It ain't gonna be no slowful. It ain't gonna be no quick death for the wicked. It's gonna be a slowful, painful death. Go ahead.
They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth.
Continue.
And shall be consumed by the sword and by famine. And their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth.
So like, and give me Revelations 19. So you remember how we used to be downtown walking, we see all them crows, like, man, it'd be crazy. You'll see like a bunch of crows around the whole building, on every tree branch, everything. They just waited. It's like the Most High is like, okay, just put them right here. It'd be thousands of these crows, black crows, just posted up like, okay, I'm gonna eat you, I'm gonna eat you for dinner, I'm gonna tear you up for dessert. I'm telling you, it'd be crazy. I used to look up like, man, hold on, you know, I know I'm doing right. Hold on, let me. You know what I mean? So that's how it be. So the Most High holding back those crows, and they're gonna start attacking pretty soon. So give me Revelation 19, 17 through 19. Read that.
And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven,
go ahead.
Come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great God.
So he said, come gather for this great supper. It's only that the Most High got a sense of humor. Go ahead.
That ye may eat the flesh of kings.
That they, well, what them crows gonna be doing?
That ye may eat the flesh of kings. And the flesh of captains. And the flesh of mighty men.
Continue. And the
flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them. And the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great.
So that's what's gonna happen to the wicked. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna be filled with the carcasses of our people and of the other nations. That's what's going to happen these last days. Continue. Was that on 19?
And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army.
So they're going to try to war against I.U.I.C and the angels. But obviously they're going to lose. But the Most High is going to harden their hearts to make them seem like they can win, just like he hardened the Pharaoh's heart. He's going to do the same thing to the so-called white man. He's going to harden their hearts to think that they can take the Most High, or take the chariots, take the angelic beings. Like, okay, you can take them, you know, remember Independence Day, War of the Wars. You know what I mean? We conquered them. You know, only thing we need is Tom, what's that little short dude, white boy name? Tom Cruise. Only thing we need is Tom Cruise, and we got it. You know what I mean? So that's what they're gonna be doing. They're gonna really think that they're gonna be able to defeat the angels, but they're gonna be destroyed by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Go back to Deuteronomy 28.
Deuteronomy 28 and 27.
God.
Yeah, I will smite thee with the botch of Egypt, with the emeroids, with the scab, and with the itch, whereof thou canst not be healed.
That's talking about like STDs. You see what I'm saying? Go to give me Job chapter 2. Get Job chapter 2. Our people will be, you know, cursed with different STDs. And that's what a lot of our people, number 1, number 2, you know, blacks, Hispanics, 1 and 2, and STDs. So give me Job chapter 2, get straight to the point, read verse 4.
And Satan answered Yahweh and said,
matter of fact, you can start 1. We'll just read it through.
Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also among them to present himself before Yahweh.
So remind you, y'all, a lot of people don't realize that Satan can take many forms. Satan can take many forms. You know, yes, he can come as the spiritual demon Satan, But he also can take and come and like it tells you in Corinthians, transform into an angel of light. He can come in many disguises, just like he came and deceived Eve. You see what I'm saying? Continue.
And Yahweh said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered Yahweh and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it.
So that's what Satan's doing, walking up and down. Somebody open that door. Continue.
And Yahweh said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feared God, and executeth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause.
So Job was a righteous man, upright. He hated evil. You see what I'm saying? So the Most High is like, have you considered my prophet Job? Showing you that the Most High will do such a thing. A lot of people say, oh, the Most High won't do that. But he did it to Job. You see what I'm saying? He allowed Satan to do things to Job. But you got these Israelites thinking, oh, Satan can't do nothing to you. Witchcraft doesn't work on the Israelites. That's doing the blessings. It wouldn't work. We ain't under the blessings. We under the curses. So yes, it will work. Yes, it ain't gonna be able to take your life, but it worked on a righteous man, Job. So I guess these brothers must be more righteous than Job. If they saying that it won't work on them, so they must be perfect like Job was. But let's see what happened to Job. Continue.
And Satan answered Yahweh and said, Skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life.
Continue.
But put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face.
Go ahead.
And Yahweh said unto
So you see
Satan,
how Satan and the Lord is having a conversation. You see what I'm saying? So Satan works for the Most High. Go ahead.
And Yahweh said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life.
Wait. What did the Most High say?
Behold, he is in thy hand.
Behold, Job, this man, this righteous man, is in your hand. But I thought Satan can't do nothing. You see what I'm saying? That's how dumb some of these Israelites are. They have no knowledge of this scriptures. Read that part again.
And Yahweh said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand.
This man, this righteous man is in your hand. Go ahead.
But save his life.
So you can do whatever you want, just save his life. That's what he told him. Go ahead.
So went Satan forth from the presence of Yahweh, and smote Job with sore biles, from the sole of his foot unto his crown.
So he broke over all type of blisters and boils all over his body. Go ahead.
And he took him a posture to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes.
So he scraped them off, like all the blisters and stuff, but it went from his head to his toes. He was cursed with that by Satan. And the Most High allowed it to happen to a righteous man. Go ahead.
Then said his wife unto him, Doest thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die.
So you see, Satan jumped on his wife. Because it tells you in Matthew chapter 10 that what? He's going to bring division amongst the household. You see what I'm saying? So Satan jumped on his wife, like, hold on. You see what's happening to you? You still gonna remain righteous? Won't you just curse God and die? You know that was Satan that jumped on her that said that. Go ahead.
But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh.
So he's like, man, you speak as one of the foolish. You're a damn fool talking like that. Go ahead.
What shall we receive good at the hand of God? And shall we not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips.
So it's a balance with the Most High. You're going to go through your good times. You're also going to go through evil times. You ain't going to just get the kingdom of heaven right now and don't suffer no persecution or no nothing. Right. That's not going to happen. You're going to have to go through affliction, trials and tribulations. Go back to Deuteronomy 28.
Deuteronomy 28 and
28.
And 28.
So Job was cursed with a curse, and he was righteous. He did no wrong. Go ahead.
Yahweh shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of the heart.
So a lot of our people don't know who they are. They're running around, walking around confused. They're walking around mad on drugs. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee.
So wasn't we oppressed? We still being oppressed. We was robbed. Spoiled means robbed. We was robbed from everything we had. We used to be wealthy, rich, but the white man came and took all of our resources, everything from us. Go ahead. And no man says, when it says save, that's talking about redeem or deliver. No man would redeem us or save us. Marcus Garvey tried. Damn, Martin Luther King tried. Malcolm X tried. Nobody gonna redeem us but the Messiah, what we call Yahweh in Hebrew. Go ahead.
Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
What was gonna happen?
Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Betroth means be engaged or promised to. So didn't it happen in slavery? You'd be engaged to this woman, and then the white man come up and kick in the door like, "Hey, snatch up your woman and take her to the room, and do whatever you want with her." Go ahead. That was a curse. Go ahead.
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
Who y'all think built the White House? That was our people. We wasn't up in that mud chilling. We was building it. Or you would see a bunch of Issacharites, so-called Mexicans, they'll be building a house. You know, they'll build up a house, a big old mansion, probably in a week. You know, take them about a week to do it. You know, that's how fast they be working. You know what I mean? So they ain't gonna be able to dwell up in there. They're gonna build it and go right back to the hood. Go ahead.
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shall not gather the grapes thereof.
You go down to California, you see our Mexican brothers is picking grapes for like $2-3 an hour. They're not reaping the benefits of picking them grapes. You see what I'm saying? Why grapes is $1 billion industry, but the Mexicans are getting, our brothers is getting paid $2-3 to pick grapes. That's crazy. Go ahead. That's a curse.
Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thine ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies, and thou shalt have no one to rescue them.
So they like, when the white people came over here, they killed the buffalo, killed the animals that we was eating. You know, it went into our land. We had all type of cattle. They took it from us. We ain't gonna get no retribution or anything. We don't get nothing. No 40 acres, whatever we always say. Where my 40 acres in a mule? We ain't gonna get none of that. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all day long. And there shall be no might in thine hand.
So that happened in slavery. They put us on ships, shipped us to Puerto Rico, Cuba, Spain. They slipped North, South, Central America, Jamaica, Haiti. We got shipped everywhere. And how is that happening today? How are they taking our kids away now? Child custody. They'll come put your kid in a foster. We don't feel that the child is safe. And they'll take the kid and put them in a foster care. They still doing it to this day. Go ahead.
The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always.
So that's what we being oppressed, getting shot down in the streets daily. I think it was like a little 15-year-old boy this week got killed. A couple days ago got killed. Another 14-year-old, 15-year-old boy got killed again in Texas. We dropping like flies out here, but it's really the Most High just killing the wicked of our people. From old to young, the Most High he don't discriminate. He's killing old to the young. If you're wicked, he's putting you to death. Go ahead.
So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see.
We see nothing but madness out here in these streets. We ain't seen no heaven. This is hell. This is hell out here. We seem like, man, I can't wait to get the hell out of here. Can't wait to this place be destroyed. We mad as hell walking around seeing the stuff that our people are doing. Go ahead.
Yahweh shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs with a sore botch that cannot be healed, from the sole of thy foot unto the top of thy head.
So you know how you know how the white man, he in slavery, or when he came over here, how did he conquer the Native Americans? He killed a bunch of them, put in smallpox on their blankets. And guess what? They like that poster we had with the Native Americans, they had you know, blisters and bumps all over from their head all the way to their toe. That was that smallpox. Go ahead.
Yahweh shall bring thee and thy king which thou shalt set over thee unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone.
So that's why that cross is made out of wood. You know, you got the cobblestone over there in Mecca. And the majority of blacks and Hispanics are what? Either Christians, worshiping the cross, or worshiping the cobblestone, which is Islam. either Christians or Muslims. You might see a couple of people like Heavy D, a Hindu or Buddha, into Buddhism and all that. But the majority of our people was either Christians and Muslims. You might have some dumb Negroes that follow Egyptology, but the and Hindu or some of them be atheists. You know what I mean? So go ahead. That's how bugged out our people is in America. They become atheists. Continue.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither Yahweh shall lead thee.
So when people look at us, they be amazed, like, damn, look at these Negroes.
Right.
Got their pants sagging, they on the corner. Like, what? Look at these guys. They shocked. They're amazed at us. Like, damn, these are the children of Israel. Trust me, they know who we are. They're looking at these people like, damn, these are the children of Israel. These are God's chosen people. These are a bunch of niggas. That's what they call it. It's a byword, a proverb. Nigga, spick, wetback, coon, monkey. You see what I mean? Go ahead.
Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shalt gather but little in. For the locust shall consume it. Thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but shalt neither drink of the wine, nor gather the grapes. For the worm shall eat them.
So a lot of our people, they have like their own little, they be growing their crops and stuff, farming and everything. They're not prospering like the white people are doing. Obviously, I think they just paid a bunch of the blacks and natives farmers like a bunch of money that they supposed to like pay, because they was paying them like 10 times less than what they pay the white people. So they just got a little money. You see what I'm saying? And I guarantee it's not. And I think it was I forgot it was the amount, but it was millions and stuff. But they had to break it up amongst a bunch of farmers. You see what I'm saying? So white farmers get paid like 10 times more than black farmers. Go ahead.
Thou shalt have olive trees throughout all thy coasts, but thou shalt not anoint thyself in that oil, for thine olive shall cast his fruit.
So olive, we use that to like the priests and stuff to anoint with olive oil your head, your body. You see what I'm saying? Now we ain't gonna have no olive trees. We used to be able to see it and it'd be free. Now in order to get some olive oil, you got to pay for it. That's a curse. Olive. The trees grow right in front of us. You know what I mean? All this stuff grow right in front of us, and we still got to pay for it. The water's right there. We can't. It's against the law now that you can't gather the rain when it rains outside. You can't go gather the rain. That's crazy. You'll go to jail for that. It's like, okay, I'm about to gather this rain, boil it, cleanse it, make it clean. No, you can't even do that. They see you doing that, you will get locked up for that. Pay a hell of a fine. Go ahead.
Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. We
all went into captivity. They separate the family. Go ahead.
All thy trees and fruit of thy land shall the locust consume.
Go ahead.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
East Indians come over here, Africans come over here, Europeans came over here, Asians came over here, Hawaiians, Polynesians, any nation come over here and they set up a business the first week. You be like, how the hell this cat got a business? Right. And he just got his visa like a week ago. This man driving a taxi and everything, like what the hell, making hella money. And we in the gallows like, what the hell? And you go into the gallows, guess what you see? You see a bunch of businesses owned by who? Heathens. Just because it's called Mama's Fried Chicken or Poppies or whatever that stuff called, them ain't black people owning that. That's some Arabs or East Indians, damn heathens. You know what I mean? A lot of people think it's chicken. Oh, it must be some black folks. Right. No, that's some heathens that's making millions off our people. Like I think on the east side they got Mama Soul Food. Like what you know about soul food? Right. You know what I mean? Go ahead, read that.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
So that's what we need: a loan, school loan, house loan, car loan. We got to go to the other nations. Go ahead.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee.
So remind you, he said all these curses will come upon us. Why? Because we didn't obey what he said. Our people don't want to obey what the Most High said. Our people are like, oh, I don't really care about that Bible. I'll wait till I get about 50, 60 years old, or I'll wait till I get on my dying bed and I want to worship the Most High. No, you better worship the Most High while he might be found. Right. You see what I'm saying? You're not. Nobody. None of us is promised to see the tomorrow. None of us is promised. The Most High he gave us life. He can take that life just like that. Go ahead.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Because thou servest not Yahweh thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of the heart, for the abundance of all things.
So our brothers and sisters, we're supposed to be happy to celebrate the Sabbath. When the Sabbath comes this day, we're supposed to be happy. We're supposed to be like, oh my gosh, this is the Sabbath. I know people be doing that. I ain't gonna point no fingers. I ain't gonna do nobody on the phone. But I know it's some people that the spirit kills off. They'd be like, I can't do this. I can't shop. I can't cook. I can't do this. Man, that's our people. You gotta be. Oh, it's the Sabbath? Oh, this is a blessing. Let's get it in. I was waiting for this day. That's how we're supposed to be. Go ahead, verse 48.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
All the clothes that we got on, the shoes, the water, the food we eat, everything is getting, we had to go to the other nations to get. Our people are like, oh, no, I made this. You know, this is mine. No, but where'd you get the fabric from? The heathens. You know what I'm saying? Our people think they slick. Nope, you still got it from the heathens. Everything you have to go to, you have to get it from the heathens. And he put yokes of iron upon our necks. He did that to the natives, he did that to the so-called Hispanics, and then he did that to the so-called blacks and Jamaicans and Haitians. You know what I'm saying? So he did that, put the yokes around our necks till we was destroyed. That's why slavery was abolished. It wasn't because, oh, they cared about us. No, they took the yokes off our physically because we already was mentally slaves. We was already mentally oppressed and finished. So it's better off to be physically in slavery than mentally slavery. Because at least in slavery, when we was physically in slavery, which we still are, but not as hard as bondage as our forefathers was, but at least we knew who we were. We knew we was Israelites. Now our people is mentally they're slaves, but they don't know who they are. They're walking around, what are you? Oh, I'm black. I'm African American. That's confusion. You see, so it's better off to be a slave back in the day. Go ahead, read verse 49.
Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
That's why the American bird, the eagle. The Spaniards was the eagle. England, eagle. The Romans represent the eagle. The French, the Russia, all eagle. That's the European empires to show that they represent the eagle. When they supposedly went out of space, they said what? The eagle has landed. Go ahead.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
We didn't understand no damn English. That's why they brought Hebrew interpreters. When you go into the records, like the book I got in my bag called The Lost Tribes of Promised Land, when they came over here with the Native Americans, they had Hebrew interpreters. So we didn't speak no damn English over here. You know, we had brothers and sisters that was in Spain and that was in Europe that was ruling during the Byzantine Empire that they spoke English and Spanish and probably 2 or 3 different languages. But our people over here only spoke Hebrew. Majority of them spoke Hebrew. Go ahead.
A nation of fierce countenance which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young.
They kill old people to young. What was it, Emmett Till? Yeah. They killed him just for whispering at a white woman. They killed him. They killed the old. They doing it right now. Nothing new under the sun. Guess what? Who's getting shot down in the streets? Old and young. Women too. Women getting shot too. Like old girl thinking in Chicago got shot in the face. I think the cop was trying to shoot the dude and hit him in his hand and popped her in the head. Go ahead. Verse 51.
And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, for the increase of thine kind, or flocks of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee.
So remind you, this white man's a greedy dog. He ain't gonna leave you nothing. He a normal thief. Like back in the day when I used to steal and stuff, you know, I steal, okay, I'm hungry, okay, I'm gonna take this. Boom, 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 I'm good. No, that's not what the white man do. He said, okay, look at that. His eyes get big. He said, okay, I could let him get some of this and we can split it. Hell no, I'm taking all of it. That's what he did. He took he took everything. Go ahead.
And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates until thy high and the fence walls come down wherein thou trusted throughout all thy land, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all the land which Yahweh thy God hath given thee. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body, the flesh of thy sons, in the flesh of daughters, which Yahweh thy God hath given thee in the siege, and in the straitness where with thine enemies shall distress thee.
I'll give you an example in the Bible. Give me Luke chapter 21. Luke 21. Luke chapter 21. Read verse 20. So this is Yahushua telling the disciples asking Yahushua, when is the end of the world going to be? Remind you, Yahushua died around, 32, 33, anywhere between 30 to 33 AD. 40 years, approximately years later, in 70 AD, the Romans besieged and camped around Jerusalem and sacked Jerusalem and destroyed it. This is prophesying about the destruction of Jerusalem in 70 AD. You got some Israelites talking about this haven't happened yet. So I guess they watched that movie Left Behind, right, and the white man's supposed to build a temple. He's supposed to build a temple, and then they're going to do it again. How the hell that's going to happen? We're not even over there. We in this land. That makes no sense. So read that, verse 20. This already happened. This is talking about 70 AD. This is what happened in 70 AD. Read that.
And when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
We're talking about the Romans. Go ahead.
Then let them which are in Judea flee into the mountains.
So what we fled into Egypt, and then we migrated to the west part of Africa. Go ahead.
And let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto.
So our people that was living outside Jerusalem, he said, don't come back into the city. Go ahead.
For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
Because Jerusalem had to be conquered by the Romans. It was prophesied in Daniel. Go ahead.
But woe unto them that are with child.
Wait. What did he say?
Woe unto them that are with child.
So you got some dumb Israelites saying, oh, you got a baby. That woe unto you. Wow. That is not what that's talking about. Yeah. This was talking about the wicked of our people. Woe unto them that with child. Because the righteous ones of our people did what? What did the righteous ones do? They fled. They took heed to the warning. Yahushua said, you better flee. The righteous did what? They fled to the mountains. The wicked of our people was like, I'm good. I'm just going to stay here. And they didn't take heed. So read verse 23.
But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. And there shall be great distress in the land, and the wrath upon this people.
So this is talking about the wicked of our people. Why? Because the Romans encamped around Jerusalem and made our people resort to doing what? Cannibalism, eating their kids. That's what happened. But it was talking about the wicked of our people, not the righteous ones. So they say, oh bro, you can't have kids in this captivity. You see it says right here, woe unto them. You have to get with all thy getting, get understanding. It's okay to have kids. Be fruitful and multiply. Obviously, if the Most High opened up the woman's womb in order to have that baby, it was predestined to have that baby. If the Most High didn't want you to have a baby, guess what? He would have closed your womb like he did to Sarah. You see what I'm saying? Continue.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
And that's where we at. We in all nations, right? Go ahead.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
And that's who's over there. Heathens in our land. Other nations. I'll go back to Deuteronomy chapter 28. 54.
Deuteronomy 28, 54.
And I'm going to give you another story about cannibalism. Go ahead.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
So this is why black on black crime. You see a black man, he step on your shoe, he ready to kill that man over your shoe. If the white man step on his shoe, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I should have been careful. Because of we under this curse, our eyes will be evil towards our brothers. That's why blacks and Hispanics killing each other, black on black, natives out there in the reservation, gang banging, killing each other. That's under the curse. Go ahead.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
Read verse 54 again, Slakia.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
So we used to have brotherly love for each other. Oh, shalom, my brother. What's good, my brother? Now we can't do that. Brother be mean mugging the nigga like, oh, what is this nigga looking at? Man, that's madness. Niggas be mean mugging for no reason. People like, what the hell is there? Like, okay, let me deal with wisdom. I'm just gonna keep it moving. Go ahead.
So that the man is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom,
And towards the wife of his bosom, go ahead.
and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
So that's why the majority of us was raised what? Just by our mother. The father was gone. He did what he did, he got what he wanted, and he went to the next. Papa was a rolling stone. I know mine was, so go ahead.
So that he will not give to any of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he hath nothing left him in the siege.
That's what brothers be getting mad about, that child support. Oh, damn, they have quit their job not to get that back. Yeah. They have quit their job not to pay that child support, man. My check was about, what's that on Facebook? Dude check was like $600-700. Or $400-500. They took out of that boy, had like $100 left, $89 left.
I know.
They don't play. Go ahead, read that verse 55 again.
So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children, whom he shall eat, because he hath nothing left in the siege, and in the straitness wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee in all thy gates.
So let's talk about 70 AD, but guess what? There's nothing on the sun. So guess what? When martial law comes, what do you think is going to happen? The same thing. The wicked of our people are going to be eating their babies. Them same Negroes that's wicked, they out there, I ain't going to eat my babies. Them niggas going to be doing that. Guaranteed. The scriptures don't lie. The scriptures do not lie. Oh, they going to be doing that. That was good. That's what they going to be doing. Real talk. The Most High's going to mock them. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
The tender and delicate woman among you, which will not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground, for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom.
So that woman, like, the woman be angry at the man. Right? They take it. I think, matter of fact, I was just on Facebook this morning. I read a little article about the girl. Where she was at? What city? Detroit. It was one in the city, but she, I think her baby daddy or her boyfriend or something. I think she was shooting at the dude and flipped her car. Freaking popping at the dude, like pop, pop, pop. Trying to chase him down and stuff. I'm like, wow, these women going crazy out here. Don't get it twisted. These women be putting a lot of dudes to death too. I'm telling you, go ahead.
And towards her son, and towards her daughter, and towards her young, one that cometh out from between her feet.
So they be doing that what? Child, what's that? Abortion? Yeah. That's heavy amongst black folks. Number one. Go ahead.
And towards her children which she shall bear. For she shall eat them for want of all things secretly in the siege and straight.
Wait, secretly. So they might not tell you they did it, but they did it. Go ahead.
Wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gate.
So give me Lamentation chapter 4. I'm going to show y'all a few stories, or read this and then show you a story in the Bible where our people did it. All right, that's the Jeremiah. Lamentations 4, 9 through 10, right after Jeremiah.
They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger.
Read that one more time.
They that be slain with the sword.
They that be slain with the sword. That's a quick death. Boom. Go ahead.
Are better than they that be slain with hunger.
It's better to be slain with the sword than to die of starvation. For starvation, that's a painful, slow death. That's a horrible way to die. One of the worst ways to die is for starvation. Go ahead.
For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field.
Go ahead.
The hands of the pitiful woman have sought in their own children.
Wait. What did these pitiful women did?
Have sought in their own children.
They have cooked their own children. Go ahead.
They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people.
So when destruction came, they cooked their kids. They boiled their kids. Give me a 2 Kings. I'm gonna give y'all a story out the Bible where this happened. 2 Kings chapter 6. 2 Kings chapter 6. 2 Kings chapter 6, a story where our people did this. So 2 Kings chapter 6, start at verse 24 through 29.
And it came to pass after this, that Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, gathered all his hosts, and went up and besieged Samaria.
So Samaria is northern Israel. So the king of Syria, Benadab, besieged, and reminds you, he said, and besieged, what you gonna do? Eat your children. Let's see what happened. Go ahead.
And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the fourth part of a cob of doves, dung for 5 pieces of silver.
Go ahead.
And as the king of Israel was passing upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, Help, my lord, O king.
Go ahead.
And he said, If Yahweh do not help thee, whence shall I help thee? Out of the bare floor, or out of the winepress? And the king said unto her, What aileth thee? And she answered, This woman said unto me, Give thy son, that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow.
So they said, let me eat your child today. It was 2 women. The woman said, okay, we're going to eat my child today, or your child today, and then tomorrow we're going to eat your child. So they said, okay, I agree. Go ahead.
So we boiled my son.
So they boiled her son. They cooked it, right? Go ahead.
And did eat him.
And
I said unto her on the next day.
So the next day comes. They're like, okay, it's time to eat your son. Go ahead.
Give thy son, that we may eat.
Drop your phones. Go ahead.
That we may eat him. And she had hid her son. And it came to pass, when the king heard the words.
Wait, read verse 29 again.
So we boiled my son, and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, Give thy son, that we may eat him. And she had hid her son.
So what?
And she had hid her son.
She's like, oh no, you ain't eating my son. Well, she tricked her. She's like, I'm gonna eat your son, but I'm hiding my son. You ain't about to eat it. That's how wicked our people is. You see how wicked our people is? Wicked as hell. Go back to Deuteronomy 28. When I first read that story, I was like, what the hell? So verse 58.
If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, Yahweh thy God, then Yahweh will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sickness, and a long continuance. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou was afraid of, and thou shalt cleave unto thee. Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, then will Yahweh bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
That's why, like I said, all this stuff cleave unto our people. AIDS is not written in the law, but it's in there. All these different things ain't written in the law, but our people got it. Go ahead.
And ye shall be left in few number, whereas ye were as the stars of heaven for multitude, because thou wouldest not obey the voice of Yahweh thy God. And it shall come to pass that as Yahweh rejoiced over you to do you good and to multiply you, so Yahweh will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught. And you shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it.
Continue.
And Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Go ahead, worship them false gods. Go ahead.
And among these nations shalt thou find no ease.
There's hardship out here. Go ahead.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
We're going to be constantly on our toes, working and doing whatever we got to do to survive. Go ahead.
But Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind.
Continue.
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life.
We don't even know how we're going to get by. It's only through the Most High love that we're able to get by. There's times that you're like, man, how did we make it? Go ahead. We only have some bread and some jelly. Go ahead.
In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even. And at even thou shalt say, would God it were morning.
Can't wait till this day over. Can't wait till this day begin. The next day, go ahead.
For the fear of thine heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes thou shalt see.
Continue.
And thou shalt bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So we was brought over here in bondage, Egyptos, Greek word, which means bondage. We was brought back into bondage with what?
with ships.
We came over to, this is talking about the transatlantic slave trade. Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
We wasn't, as a nation, we haven't seen our homeland Jerusalem. Go ahead.
And there you should be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Slave men and slave women. Go ahead.
And no man shall buy you.
Meaning redeem us, deliver us. The only person who's going to deliver us is the who you call Jesus Christ, but his true name is Hamashiach Yahushua. That is the only Savior of the nation of Israel. Deuteronomy 29. Let's get to it.
These are the words of the covenant which Yahweh commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel in the land of Moab, beside the covenant which he made with them in Horeb. And Moses called unto all Israel, and said unto them, Ye have seen all that Yahweh did before your eyes in the land of Egypt unto Pharaoh, and unto all the servants, and unto all his land.
So we've seen it. We've seen the plague, the 10 plagues. We've seen them turn the water, their water into blood. We've seen the lice and the locusts and killing their firstborn. Go ahead.
The great temptations which thine eyes have seen, the signs and those great miracles.
Because our people always look for a sign. Give me John chapter 20. Our people love to see them signs. John chapter 20. John 20 and what was it? John 20 and 29. No, St. John. That's right. St. John 20 and 29.
Yahushua saith unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed.
Continue.
And many other signs truly did Yahushua in the presence of his disciples, which are not written in this book.
Go ahead.
But these are written that ye might believe that Yahushua is the Christ, the Son of God, that believing ye might have life through his name.
So he said, blessed are those that have not seen the sign and still believe. They might what? Have faith. We got to have faith. So we haven't seen them signs in this lifetime, but we still have faith that what? We are the children of the Most High. That we did go through these things. Go ahead, like an Egyptologist. How do you know it wasn't the Israelites wasn't in Egypt? How do you know? We have faith. Go ahead. Go back to verse 4.
Yet Yahweh hath not given you an heart to perceive, and eyes to see, and ears to hear, until this day.
Give me Matthew 12:38. Also, Matthew 12 and 38. So the scribes and Pharisees, guess what? They always wanted to see a sign. Let's see a sign. Let me see a sign. Let me see a miracle. Let me see you do this. Read that. Matthew 12:38 to 39.
But he answered and said to them, an evil and adulterous generation.
No, start verse 38.
Then certain of the scribes and the Pharisees answered, saying, Master, we would see a sign from thee.
We want to see a sign. Come on, show us something, Master. Go ahead.
But he answered and said to them, an evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given to it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas.
So because they was wicked, go back to Deuteronomy, because they was wicked, he's like, you ain't gonna see no sign, because he knew they was wicked. They were just trying to see, let's see a sign. Then we'll believe. No, you ain't gonna see no sign. Have faith. That's what he's pretty much saying. Have faith. Go ahead.
And I have led you 40 years in the wilderness. Your clothes are not waxen old upon you, and thy shoe is not waxen old upon thy foot. Ye have not eaten bread, neither have you drunk wine, or strong drink, that ye might know that I am Yahweh your God.
So remind you, we was in the wilderness, same shoes, same clothes for 40 years. And guess what? Our our shoes didn't deteriorate. Our clothes didn't. We still had our clothes. We still had food. Our shoes. And remind you, we was marching around the damn wilderness. We was constantly moving. But we still had them same shoes, them same clothes. We didn't have no food, but guess what? We still survived. Most High gave us that manna. Give me Matthew 6. Most High gave us that manna. That heavenly bread. Heavenly food. Matthew 6, verse 30.
Wherefore, if God so clothe the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith?
So the Most High know what you need. He said, oh, ye of little faith. Go ahead. How we gonna survive? How we gonna make it? Go ahead.
Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat?
What should we eat? Go ahead.
Or what shall we drink?
Are we gonna have anything to drink? Go ahead.
Or withal shall we be
How are we
clothed?
gonna be able to clothe ourselves? Go ahead.
For after all these things do Gentiles seek. For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these
You
things.
know what you need. Best believe he's gonna take care of you. Go ahead.
But seek ye first the kingdom of God
So first seek the kingdom. Live by these laws, statutes, commandments. Go ahead.
and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Then these things gonna be added unto us. Go ahead.
Take therefore no thought for the morrow.
Don't worry about tomorrow. Go ahead.
For the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof.
Yeah, we gotta worry about to this day. And the hard time, the evil time that we're going in right now. Not worry about tomorrow. We might never make it to tomorrow. You see, so don't worry. We gotta have that faith and believe that no matter what, the Most High he's gonna take care of his people. Go back to Deuteronomy.
Verse 6. Ye have not.
No, verse 7.
Verse 7. And when ye came unto this place, Sihon the king of Heshbon and Og the king of Bashan came out against us unto battle, and we smote them. And we took their land and gave it for an inheritance unto the Reubenites and to the Gadites and to half tribe of Manasseh.
That was the land, the plains of Moab that we gave them. Go ahead.
Keep therefore the words of this covenant and do them, that ye may prosper in all that ye do. Ye stand this day of all before Yahweh your God, your captains of your tribes, your elders, and your officers with all the men of Israel.
Go ahead.
Your little ones, your wives, and thy stranger that is in thy camp, from the hewer of thy wood unto the drawer of thy water.
So he's saying gather all the nation. So you got some camps saying, oh, this truth is only for men. He didn't say that. He said the man, the woman, and the children. Go ahead.
That thou shouldest enter into covenant with Yahweh thy God, and into his other which and which is oath which Yahweh thy God maketh thee this day, that he may establish thee today for a people unto himself, that he may be unto thee a God. And he has said unto thee, and as he has sworn unto thy fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
So he promised our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, what? Go ahead.
Neither with you only do I make this covenant and this oath, but with him that standeth here with us this day before Yahweh our God, and also with him that is not here with us this day.
So he didn't just make it with our forefathers, he made with it our forefathers and their descendants. So now all of us was back there, but he's letting you know that if you go through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you are through that holy covenant that he made. Go ahead.
For ye know how we have dwelt in the land of Egypt, and how we came through the nations which we passed by. And ye have seen their abominations and their idols, wood and stone, silver and gold, which were among them. Lest there should be among you man or woman, or family, or tribe, whose heart turneth away this day from Yahweh our God, to go and serve the gods of these nations. Lest there should be among you a root that beareth gall and wormwood.
Gall and wormwood meaning bitterness. So, because the Lord said what? Learn not the ways of the heathens. Jeremiah 10, 1 through 2. Learn not the ways of the heathens. So he told us not to follow after their gods. Go ahead.
And it come to pass, when he heareth the words of this curse, that he blessed himself in the heart, saying, I shall have peace. Though I walk in the imagination of my heart to add drunkenness to thirst. Yahweh will not spare him, but then Yahweh will not spare him, but then the anger of Yahweh and his jealousy shall smoke against the man, and on the curses that are written in this book shall shall lie upon him, and Yahweh shall blot out his name from under heaven.
So give me Deuteronomy 4:27. Real quick. Deuteronomy 4:27.
And Yahweh scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whither Yahweh shall lead you.
Go ahead.
And there you shall serve gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell.
Go ahead.
But if from thence thou shalt seek Yahweh thy God, thou shalt find him, if thou seek him with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Go ahead.
When thou art in tribulation, and all these things come upon thee, even in the latter days, if thou turn to Yahweh thy God, and shalt be obedient unto his voice. For Yahweh thy God is a merciful God. He will not forsake thee, neither destroy thee, nor forget the covenant of thy fathers, which he swore unto them.
Okay, go back to Deuteronomy 29. So the only thing we have to do is obey. And the ones, the elect of the nation of Israel, 144,000 plus the 1/3 of our people will repent in these last days and come back into the fold, the covenant he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. 2/3, no matter what anybody try to do, 2/3 of our people will be cut off. You can't pray for them. You can't do nothing. It's already predestined. 2/3 are going to die. It's already written. Go ahead.
21. And Yahweh shall separate him unto evil out of all the tribes of Israel, according to all the curses of the covenant that are written in this book of the law, so that the generation to come of your children that shall rise up after you, and the stranger that shall come from a far land shall say, when they see the plagues of that land and the sicknesses which Yahweh hath laid upon it.
Go ahead.
And that the whole land thereof is brimstone and salt, and the burning that is not sown, nor beareth, nor any grass groweth therein, like the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and Admah, and Zeboim, which Yahweh overthrew in his anger and in his wrath.
Continue.
Even all nations shall say, wherefore hath Yahweh done thus unto this land? That meaneth the heat of his great anger.
Go ahead.
Then men shall say, because they have forsaken the covenant of Yahweh God of their fathers, which he made with them when he brought them forth out of the land of Egypt. For they went and served other gods, and worshipped them, gods whom they know not, and whom he had not given unto them. And the anger of Yahweh was kindled against his land, to bring upon it all the curses that were written in this book.
So when all the nations going to be like, dang, why are these blacks and Hispanics, why do they suffer so much? Millions of them got killed, slaughtered. They went into slavery. They're still catching hell. They're still at the bottom. And then the other people that's wise amongst the other nations going to be like, they broke the commandments. Because they know they broke the commandments. That's why they're under this curse. But don't tell them that they're under the curse. Don't tell them that they're the children of Israel. The other nations know these things. They don't want to tell us though. Go ahead.
And Yahweh rooted them out of their land in anger and in wrath, and in great indignation, and cast them into another land, as it is this day.
So as it is this day, just like in Baruch chapter 3, it tells you that we're gonna be in captivity to this day. That's Baruch chapter 3. So we on short time. Baruch chapter 3, verse 8 through 13. Baruch chapter 3, 8 through 13. And also Proverbs 21:16, another good precept. Read verse 29.
The secret things belong unto Yahweh God, our God, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of his law.
Okay, give me Wisdom of Solomon real quick.
45. And the Minneapolis Central Library will be closing in 15 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, let's Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7. Verse 16 through 21. So the secret things belong to the Most High. Let's see what Solomon was given by the Most High. So Wisdom of Solomon 7, verse 16 through 21. This is an apocrypha.
For in his hand are both we and our words, all wisdom also and knowledge of workmanship.
Go ahead.
For he hath given me certain knowledge of things that are, namely to know how the world was made, and the operation of elements.
So King Solomon was given hella wisdom. He was given how the operations of the elements work, how the world was made. Go ahead.
The beginning, ending, and midst of time.
So he was shown the beginning of times, the end of times, and the midst of times. Go ahead.
The alterations of the turning of the sun.
How the sun works. Go ahead.
And the change of seasons.
Go ahead.
The circuits of years and of positions of stars.
Go ahead.
The natures of living creatures and the fruits and the furies of wild beasts and the violence of winds and the reasoning of men, the diversities of plants.
You knew about the different herbs. Go ahead.
And the virtues of roots.
Go ahead.
And all such things as are either secret or manifest, then I know.
So things that was not given to everybody, it was given to King Solomon. Hella wisdom. So go back to Deuteronomy chapter 29. And the Most High would do that today. He would reveal certain things to certain people. We can't say because I didn't go through what you went through that it didn't happen. Oh, this brother lying because I ain't see it.
Right.
That he must be lying. Then I guess King Solomon was lying. King Solomon was telling them, "Hey, I know how the world was created." Nigga, you don't know nothing. You lying. That's the same thing our people do. That jealous, envious spirit. Just because they ain't go through it, they want to hate. Read verse 29 again.
The secret things belong unto Yahweh our God. But those things which are revealed belong unto us, to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law.
So get Deuteronomy chapter 30. What we got? 13 minutes. Let's ride through this real quick. So Deuteronomy 30, blessings and the curses. Read verse 1.
And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither Yahweh your God, thy God, hath driven thee.
So obviously we was blessed. We went through the blessing stages, and then we under the curse stages. Go ahead.
And shall return unto Yahweh thy God, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul.
So that's what we're doing right now. All of us is in the room. We trying to live by these laws, statutes, and commandments. And brothers and sisters on the phone, and people that's out throughout those four corners of the earth that's waking up. We want to return back to our forefathers and tell our children to seek the Lord too. Go ahead.
That then Yahweh thy God will turn that captivity and have compassion upon thee and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither Yahweh thy God has scattered thee.
And that's what he's going to do. He's going to gather us from all nations. Go ahead.
If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, from thence will Yahweh thy God gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. And Yahweh thy God will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it.
So when we get taken up into them chariots, Yahweh willing, we're going to be going into Israel. A lot of brothers, I don't know where they get this. We going to the wilderness. We are in the wilderness. Anything outside of Jerusalem is the wilderness. So some brothers teaching the righteous is going to be taken up, brought to the wilderness, and then you have to live perfect. And then when you're in the land, if you're not living perfect, you're going to kill the people that's in the wilderness that's not living perfect. That makes no sense. No. I thought we've proven ourselves right now. So they trying to say we got to prove ourselves 2 times. We got to prove ourselves right now, get taken in the wilderness and prove ourselves all over again. That makes no sense. The ones of our people that get taken up in them chariots are the righteous. Those are the ones that's going to receive salvation. Those are going to be the ones that are going to be taken and brought into the land. Matter of fact, read verse 5 again.
And Yahweh thy God will bring thee.
Yahweh thy God should do what?
Bring thee into the land which thy fathers.
No, he's going to bring us to the wilderness.
Into the land which thy fathers possessed.
He's going to bring us into the land where? Jerusalem. Go ahead.
And thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers.
Give me Matthew 24 real quick. So I don't get what they talking about this. We in the wilderness right now. He's purging out the wicked. He's purging them out. He's killing them. Negroes and Hispanics and Americans dropping dead every day. Matthew 24, verse 29. Nah, brother, you proved yourself in America. Now it's your time to prove yourself in the wilderness. Read that. Verse 29.
Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
So this is talking about after World War III cracking off all this stuff. Go ahead.
And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. Then shall the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
And you're going to see how it's shining angels coming on them chariots. Go ahead.
And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to the other.
So the angels, and they're going to gather together the elect from the four corners of the earth. And he just, go back to Deuteronomy 30. He just said what he's going to do. Read verse 5 again.
And Yahweh thy God will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it. And he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers.
So the ones that the elect, they get delivered, they get taken up in the chariots by the angels. They're going to be brought into, not the wilderness, because we already in the wilderness, but they're going to be brought into Israel. Common sense. Go ahead, verse 6.
And Yahweh thy God will circumcise thy heart and the heart of thy seed, and to love Yahweh thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. And Yahweh thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee.
Read verse 6 again, Slakia.
And Yahweh thy God will circumcise thine heart and the heart of thy seed, to love Yahweh thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live.
So when he circumcised our heart, he's going to give us a new heart, a new spirit. It tells you that in Hebrews chapter 8, verse 7 through 13 about the new covenant, when he's going to put his spirit upon us and give us a new heart, new mind. So no longer I'm about to tell you to fear the Most High, because every one of us is going to know these laws, statutes, commandments. Why? Because it's already going to be in us. And so we're going to have to teach each other, hey brother, you know this, because we're going to be, the righteous is going to be made immortal, because flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High. So every one of us that get delivered, we're going to have the laws, statutes, commandments written in our mind. So go ahead.
And Yahweh thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
So that's going to be beautiful. So all the things that we're going through as a nation is going to be given to the other nations. Now they're going to have to go through slavery, picking some cotton. They're going to be called bywords. You know what I mean? And all these other curses that we went through. They're going to be put on ships and they're going to receive double fold, like it tells you in Revelation 18. They're going to receive double as much as they did to us. They're going to receive twice as much. Go ahead.
And thou shalt return and obey the voice of Yahweh, and do all his commandments which I command thee this day. And Yahweh thy God will make thee plenteous in every work of thine hand, in the fruit of thy body, in the fruit of thy cattle, in the fruit of thy land, for good. For Yahweh will again rejoice over thee, and for good, as he rejoiced over thy fathers.
Go ahead.
If thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy God to keep his commandments and his statutes which are written in the book of his law, and if thou return unto Yahweh thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul.
So give me Obadiah real quick. Obadiah real quick. Obadiah 1. Or Obadiah, should I say, not 1, but Obadiah 15. Other way. Okay. That's it. Obadiah 1:15.
And I will plant them upon
No,
their...
verse 15.
Verse 15? Okay. So,
Right there.
for the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
So as they have done things to us, it's going to be done unto them. Go ahead.
Thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
So everything they did to us is going to go back to them. Twofold. Go ahead.
As ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink and they shall swallow down.
I mean, they're going to go through all the curses that we went through, they're going to go through. Go ahead.
And they shall be as though they had not been.
So they're going to be like they have not been a nation. So go back to Deuteronomy 30. That's going to be beautiful. You know, it tells you in the Apocrypha, it's a beautiful thing to see rejoice, to live to see the fall of your enemies. It's a beautiful thing to see that. And that's what I'm patiently waiting for. I'm pretty sure the brothers and sisters too.
Yeah.
We're waiting for the damn devil to fall. Okay, go back to yeah, come. You're on 30. You got 5 minutes. We good. 11. Come.
Okay. For this commandment which I commanded thee this day is not hidden from thee, neither is it far off. It is not. It is not in heaven, that thou shouldest say, who shall go up for us to heaven and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it. Neither is it beyond the sea, that thou shouldest say, who shall go over the sea for us and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it. But the word is very nigh unto thee, in thy mouth and in thy heart, that thou mayest do it.
Hold that. Give me Romans chapter 10 real quick. So it's not like this knowledge is far off. Like you can't say, "Oh, Most High, I never heard it before," or it's over across the sea. I can't reach it. I can't get that far, or I can't get this knowledge because it's heavenly knowledge. So I can't go to outer space. I don't have enough money to jump down on a spaceship and go out of space. You can't say these things. This word is nigh unto us. It's near us. So give me Romans 10, 5 through 11 real quick.
For Moses describeth the righteousness which is of the law, that the man which doeth those things shall live by them.
Go ahead.
But the righteousness which is of faith speaketh on this wise, say not in thine heart.
So don't put this in your mind. Go ahead.
Who shall ascend into heaven? That is to bring Christ down from above.
Go ahead.
Or who shall descend into the deep? That is to bring up Christ again from the dead.
Go ahead.
But what saith it? The word is nigh thee.
Because Christ is the word. Tells you that in John 1:1. He is that word. He is. This Bible is talking. He comes in the volume of the book. It is written of him. Go ahead.
Even in thy mouth and in thy heart. That is the word of faith which we preach. That if thou shalt confess with thy mouth I.U.I.C, and shalt believe in thine heart that God hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved.
Go ahead.
For with the heart of man believeth unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation.
Go ahead.
For the scriptures say, whosoever believeth on him shall not be ashamed.
So we must have that faith. Go back to Deuteronomy. We must have faith and put in work. Faith without works is dead. So we must do both. But we must have that faith. We must believe. We good. Go ahead.
See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil.
So a lot of people say, oh, we have a free will. We have a choice. Read verse 15.
See, I have set before thee this day light and good, and death and evil. In that I command thee this day to love Yahweh thy God, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments, and his statutes, and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply. And Yahweh thy God shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it.
So no, the duty of us is to keep his commandments. That's the will. Wait a minute, you got a free will. No, that's our will, is to keep his commandments. Do his commandments. Life or death. Choose you this day. If you're going to keep the commandments. Because you can't be lukewarm. You can't be halfway in the truth, halfway out of the truth. You either going to be fully about this truth, or take your butt back into the world. Simple as that. Because you ain't fooling nobody but who? Yourself. Now I'm going to come to class on the Sabbath, and I'm going to do some wicked on the other days. You're fooling yourself. You better just go back into the world. You better be 100% about this truth, or 100% about the devil. Go ahead. You can't be lukewarm. The Lord tells you he's going to spew you out to his mouth. Pretty much he's going to put you to death, the ones that's lukewarm. Go ahead.
But if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them.
That's what our people are doing to this day. Go ahead.
I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land, whither thou passest over Jordan to go to possess it.
Go ahead.
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and curse. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live,
Go ahead.
that thou mayest love Yahweh thy God, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave to him, for he is thy life, and the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which Yahweh sware unto thy fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give them.
One more precept. Baruch chapter 2. Esau can wait. Baruch chapter 2. Baruch chapter 2, verse 30 to 35. All the way. After Ecclesiasticus. After this. After Ecclesiasticus. So Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. Read that real quick. 30 to 35.
For if I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of the captives they shall remember themselves.
So our people are stiff-necked, rebellious people, but in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves. That's why we're waking up to this truth. Go ahead.
And shall know that I am Yahweh their God. For if I give them an heart and ears to hear.
So he's given us the ability to be able to hear. Go ahead.
And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name.
And think upon what?
And think upon my name.
That's what we call upon, his name. Oh, nobody knows his name. We think upon his name. Continue.
And return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before Yahweh.
Go ahead.
And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Go ahead.
And they shall be lords of it.
We're going to be lords of the land of Israel, kings, rulers. Go ahead.
And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished.
We ain't going to be destroyed no more. Go ahead.
And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I give them.
So once we get saved out of this captivity, this is our last captivity, we will not be slaves no more. We'll be kings and queens in our land forever and ever by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai. So this brothers from Thug Camp, all praises to Abba Yahweh Yahweh by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai. Shalom.